good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time it may be for you. I know I ain't uploaded a video in a bit, but I have had some things that I've been wanting to talk about, but I just ain't had the energy to really record anything. But today actually, something been on my mind, and I kind of wanted to come on here and talk about it. I'm gonna try not to do like a whole bunch of cuts and stuff this time around, because I want to get in the habit of just flowing through like the videos that I record, because all the cutting and stuff, it takes unnecessary time, especially when you edit and stuff. But let's see, the topic of today is your relationship with yourself. So me personally, I say for about the past couple years, I've been kind of trying to grow as a person, and I've done a lot to actually do that. I've changed up my daily routines. I've tried to do a lot of stuff that I've never done before, and hell, I started taking better care of my hygiene. Not saying it wasn't great before, but I've been doing just a bit more to kind of see myself in a better light. And yeah, I've just been doing a lot to really try to grow as a person. And lately, for a while now, I still kind of hate myself a bit. Even though like I've put in so much work into growing as a person, I just still can't shake it. The inner self-hatred that kind of lingers within me. And so this ain't really gonna be an advice video per se, because it's something that I'm actively working on. So this is just gonna kind of be something to relate to, in a sense. If this subject is something that at all applies to you to a certain degree, then stick around, because we're gonna talk about it. So if you're someone like me that's also been going on a self-improvement journey and whatnot, but you still can't shake feelings of self-inadequacy or negative self-talk, you putting yourself down a lot, yeah, we gonna do some talking about that. And before I really just get started, I apologize for like the lighting and whatnot. I know you can't really probably see me very well, especially when I like get far back like this. There's no light like where I'm at. I'm kind of in like a corner, and it don't make it any better that I'm kind of dark as chart. But like, by all of that aside, I'm gonna just talk about myself, and if you kind of relate to it or you've experienced it before, then I don't know, just stick around. If you're somebody that's been actively trying to grow as a person and been going on a self-improvement journey, first of all, I applaud you, because that's something that a lot of people unfortunately aren't doing. And if you aren't, then maybe this is your sign to start. But if you are, I want you to know that you're doing a great job, because just from you actually wanting and pushing to be a better person for yourself, that's just a tremendous step in the right direction. And I'm proud of you for that. But also, if you've been going through periods of where you just snap on yourself at the most minor inconveniences or little mistakes that you make, like myself, well, it wasn't necessarily a big mistake for me. So what I was doing basically is something that everybody does, but because I do it and because I've also been trying to grow as a person, when I got done doing such activity, I kind of just flashed on myself, and I kind of started talking about how I'm just like wasted potential, and I'm basically the worst person to ever exist. And I just really went down on myself. Pause. But today was just really one of the worst of days, and it was kind of today that I've really just seen like how much is actually growing, regardless of how much I don't want it to. It's just steadily growing, and it's really just kind of been eating at me, really, because I've done a lot to actually trying to escape from that type of thinking, and to just see it always coming back as if I've never even tried to do anything about it in the first place. It's kind of hard. It's like taking 2 steps forward and taking 3 back. And I know I'm better than this. You know, when you do something towards a positive light, you don't necessarily want it to kind of backfire. You don't want it to seem like you wasted all of that effort and energy for nothing. Because, I mean, if you run a mile every single day and you get into a marathon and you burn out in 5 minutes, it's going to be like, what did you even do all that running for? But, you know, of course, that whole scenario isn't at all, like, relevant to what I'm talking about, like, you know. And honestly, it's not even like I haven't even really been doing all that much necessarily for the past few months. I'm not gonna lie. So, but it doesn't change the fact that I've still done it. And, you know, it's still coming back. So it's just really taxing on my spirit. I don't want that on my spirit, to just feel as if I always just kind of have this inner hatred towards myself, especially since, like, I'm kind of a lonely person, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I'm the only person that I really have. So, like, if I see myself like that, then how other people gonna see me? Not that other people's opinion of you matter, but if you're someone that only has themselves in the world and you don't even view yourself as worthy as a person, then, I mean, you get me? So All right, so it's the next day. I would have finished recording the video yesterday, but my roommate came in with his friends and stuff, so yeah, that was just a done deal, because I'm not just comfortable. I ain't at that point yet. So, but I'm gonna try to continue where I left off yesterday, the best I can, because, well, since it was yesterday, the ideas, they don't really flow, in and smoothly, because it's not really how I'm feeling right now. I was super down yesterday, like super down. But anyways, as me from yesterday was saying, if you don't view yourself in a certain light, if you don't know and if you don't believe that you're someone that deserves everything in the world, all the greatest things in the world, you deserve literally the world, then that's where you already went wrong. The world already can be a very cruel and unforgiving place to live in. So why would you make it harder on yourself by being cruel and unforgiving towards yourself? So that's what I've been doing. I've been cruel and unforgiving towards myself because of some of the habits that I still haven't broke, some of the goals that I still haven't accomplished, some of the things in my life that I said I was going to change, but I never changed. And I've just been pissy towards myself about it. But and I know better than that, which is why I feel so strongly about it. These past 3-4 years, I've done a lot to try and get better. And I say me from 1 year ago would probably be so disappointed in myself if he knew how I was treating myself in the future. Not even in the past, but the future. So yeah, you kind of get why I'm so upset about it internally and why it bothers my spirit. And this isn't the video where I'm gonna tell you that it's okay to have a negative relationship with yourself. That is not something that is supposed to be normal. I won't say that it'll never happen, but I will say that it's not normal and it's not something that you should make a habit out of at all. If at all, you should try every day to find a reason to just show yourself that you love yourself. Remind yourself why you're a lovable person and why you deserve everything that you've ever dreamed of while you were sleeping, and everything that you dream of while you're awake. You should always remind yourself that you're a flawed human being, and sometimes you're gonna do things that you may regret, but it's important to know, it's important to always remind yourself that you're just human and you're just doing what a person does. If we never make mistakes, we never learn. So just try not to be so hard on yourself. I know I kind of said this was going to be a video to relate, but I've I've had some time to kind of wind down. I've watched some shows, listened to some music, took a shower, and I'm in a better mindset. You know, I'm not crashing down on myself like I was yesterday. That was just abominable. And I'm sorry I'm not really looking in the camera as much. It's kind of easier for my thoughts to flow instead of just looking like dead in the camera and just speaking into your soul. Like, you get me? It's like, I really don't even like looking at myself in the camera or listening to my voice in recordings. That's why I'm actually really proud that I'm doing this. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, actually. I've been wanting to do this since I was a junior in high school, and I'm more proud of myself than anything in the world, because even though I still really dislike just looking at myself in the camera, because cameras are just, I look better in person, and my voice, it just sounds so weird when I just hear it into a recording. But anyways, yeah. So, yeah. And after I get done recording, I go on my editing app and that's when I watch everything, like, because that's when I make all my cuts and stuff that I don't think needs to be there and all of that stuff. So yeah, even though I strongly dislike it, I wish I didn't have to do it. Well, I don't wish I didn't have to do it, but I just wish it didn't feel as cringe. Yeah, I do that. And I try to make my videos at least 10 minutes long. So yeah, I just look at myself talking into a camera and listen to my voice for 10 minutes straight. And honestly, even though I dislike it a lot, I don't regret doing it, because this is something that I've always wanted to do. I'm really thankful that I'm actually living out what I believe to be my purpose and my overall mission in life. Just not even to just seem like somebody that has the answers. I don't have the answers. I'm still looking for the answers. But yeah, it feels good to feel like you're doing something that lets people know that you lived, you know. That's why I was saying, going back to why I was going down on myself. Pause. But yeah, why I was crashing down on myself so hard, because, I mean, in my current state, if I was to die, my life wouldn't have amounted to much. But as I'm alive, I'm still doing something that I'm proud of doing. So even though the negative self-talk and stuff like that, it comes in sometimes, it'll go away, because when I come on here and I talk about it, it kind of reminds me that everything ain't so bad, and I'm actually doing quite well, and I should be proud of myself for that. And if you're someone who's going online and trying to find ways to help yourself, that's something to be proud of too. Because that means you do love yourself, because you're willing to go find some help in what you're dealing with. I've been dealing with a lot recently, and it's hard not really having anybody that you feel you can come to about your problems, but I know I can just get my phone, press record, and just kind of empathize online so that people can see it and hopefully feel comforted by it, maybe feel they're less alone. I be needing to feel like I'm less alone a lot too. We're human beings, we're social creatures. Anybody that tells you that you can get by just fine alone for your whole life, they're lying. They're lying. As people, we need a sense of community. And with this channel, that's kind of just what I want, to bring a community where we all feel connected in our problems, life occurrences, things that keep us up at night and have us questioning our existence, what our role is in the world, what our place is in the world, why we're meant to be here. That's kind of, well, yeah, I said it, so that's what I meant. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I kind of just started yapping a bit, but it's kind of good to get that off my chest. It's kind of good to speak that out into the world. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're someone who's been dealing with a lot of self-negativity, listen, man, it'll get better. It'll get better. Just remind yourself that you're human, and I promise you it'll get better. Have a good night, rest of your day, and I hope to see you again.